You see how visible these hash lines are? You don't want to leave them like this. Starting with my bare face, guys, ignore the lighting situation. While filming this video, it was raining and the lighting wasn't great. To start off, I'm going to moisturize my lips. To achieve a natural base makeup, first I'm going to use a pore filler. You can use a primer if you have a primer. Sometimes I love to use a pore filler to fill in my pores so they don't appear visible. Next, I go in with the foundation that is my exact skin tone and my exact undertone. Part of achieving a flawless natural base is making sure to go in with a foundation that is your exact undertone and your exact undertones. Those are the things to consider when picking or choosing a foundation for your base makeup. Make sure to blend the foundation or apply the foundation in the center of your face or in the areas of your face where you need coverage. So I'm placing the foundation in the center of my face and I'm blending it out, and I'm also blending this in real time so you see how the blending process works. Placing it in the center of my face is the areas of my face where I mostly want coverage, and I'm not applying too much foundation on my face because I'm going for a more natural look, and that is what we're trying to achieve. We're not going for a full coverage makeup look. You can see how one side of my face is blended in. I'm going to go in to blend the other side or the other part of my face, and I'm blending it or repeating the exact same process we did on the other side of my face to make sure that I cover up the areas of my face where I want coverage. And I'm also going to blend it all the way down to my neck. This is how my face is currently looking. If you don't achieve a good foundation coverage, you can always build it up using your foundation. For my coverage, I think we're good with it. I'm just showing you the size of my face to show you how my face is currently looking. Now next, for concealer, I'm placing the concealer in the areas of my face where I want to conceal my under eye area, my forehead, the bridge of my nose, and going to place the contour in the areas of my face where I want to apply contour, the sides of my forehead, the hollows of my face, and the bridge of my nose for my contour. I'm also going in with the brush to blend the contour because I want the highlight concealer to sit in for a minute or two. I usually allow my concealer to sit in for a minute or two to get tacky before blending it. And when I'm done blending my contour, I go in to blend my highlighted concealer, and I'm using a damp beauty sponge. You don't want to use a wet beauty sponge or a dry beauty sponge. That will not give you the blending coverage you're going for. When blending in my under eye concealer, I always blend in from the edges before I spread it out to the other sides of my face. If you follow up with my blending process, you see that I'm blending from the edges of the concealer and I'm spreading it out to connect to the other sides of my face, and I'm blending it, making sure that it gives me the coverage I want for my under eye area, and that is what we're trying to achieve. I'm going to proceed to blend my forehead area, and I'm blending that also in real time. So I'm taking my time to blend it to show you how the concealer blends in real time, and I'm not speeding this up because I want you to see how I'm blending my concealer and the type of coverage you would achieve when blending your concealer. So when I'm done doing that, I didn't go in to blend the hash lines because I want you to see what my face is looking like or what we are looking like before blending the areas of my face with hash lines, because as you can see, we have visible hash lines, and you don't want to set your makeup without blending off the hash lines, because if you set your makeup with a setting powder without blending your concealer or blending off the hash lines, the hash lines are going to be visible under your makeup, and you don't want that. People can see or can tell when you don't blend underneath your makeup. To blend off the hash lines, I'm going to start with my nose contour or with my nose area, and I'm going to be using my beauty sponge I used in blending the concealer concealer to blend my nose, and because I blend off the contour or the nose contour, I had to go in with the nose contour brush to blend between the lines of my nose contour, so my nose contour would appear more visible, not faded or whatnot. Next, I'm gonna go in with my foundation brush to blend the lines between the concealer and my contour, and you guys are gonna see the difference that would make what a simple going back in to blend your makeup or blend underneath your cream makeup would do. The effect of blending it would do. If you notice that you're taking it all away from the other products you applied, like what I did while blending my concealer or while blending the harsh lines of my concealer, highlighted concealer, the blending took away from the contour, so I had to go in with the contour brush to blend the contour. There's no product in, it's the leftover of the product we used in blending our contour that I'm using that to blend, just to make sure that the contour is still visible and we're not taking off the contour. Also going back in with the foundation brush again to blend off the harsh lines, so we have a flawless base makeup. So this is how my base makeup is currently looking like. And now to set our makeup, before setting my under eye makeup, I'm going to go in with the beauty sponge I used earlier to blend off the crease lines so we don't have any creases in my under eye area. And next is to set the concealer, because we don't want the concealer to move, so we want to set it off using a powder. I'm gonna be using a setting powder to set that off, and I'm using another beauty sponge. It's preference, you can decide to use the exact same beauty sponge you used earlier, but I love going in with another beauty sponge. And before blending using the setting powder, I always tap off the excess at the back of my hand. I'm pressing that to set my crease lines underneath my eye first before spreading to set the rest of my under eye area. This is what one side of my under eye is currently looking like after setting it with powder. I'm also going to repeat the exact same process on the other side of my face. To set my forehead area, I love using a small powder brush to set my forehead area as well as my nose contour and my chin. If you notice, we did not apply any product on my chin area. I usually don't apply any concealer product in that area because I'm also going to go in with a powder to set that area, so there is no need. I didn't see the need to apply concealer in that area. I'm also going to set my contour area using a powder contour, and for this you can decide to use a bronzer to set your contour or just to bronze up your face to bring back warmth to your face. I'm going to set my contour or set the cream contour using a powder, my forehead, the hollows of my face, and my nose contour. And this is what my base makeup is looking like after setting my highlighted area and my contour area. As you can see, we still have harsh lines, and you don't want that. You want to make sure that you go back in to blend off those harsh lines. And for this, I'm going to use the all over face powder to set that or to blend off the harsh lines. And I'm using this palette. For this, you can always go back in with your powder brush or a powder that is similar or close to your skin tone or your shade. Because I'm using a powder palette, I'm mixing two powder shades, which is optional, and I'm going to place that in the areas where we have harsh lines. You're going to see a significant difference what that's going to make in this part of our blending process. I'm focusing that in the areas where we have harsh lines to create a unison or a flawless blend between the powder application. You can see what the other side of my face is looking like after setting it, and you can see the other side of my face where we haven't blended with powder what is currently looking like. I'm also going to blend that using the exact same powder we did. Also place that in the areas of my face where we did not set or where we did not place any concealer product, just to blend my foundation. Now you can see what we're currently looking like. You can see that we are looking flawless. My base makeup is looking flawless. There is no harsh lines, and that is what you want. You don't want to see the lines between where you applied all of your makeup products. It doesn't look good underneath your makeup. People can tell when the harsh lines are visible underneath your makeup. Moving on to next part. This is where the blush comes in. Those of you that are not blush lovers, you can skip this part, but if you love applying put blush on your makeup, then you want to go in with your blush placement or your blush product placement and placing your blush in between the parts where you applied your highlight and your contour, and lightly placing the blush in that area. And when placing your blush, always avoid the areas where you have textured skin or you have large pores, so that does not enhance your texture or your large pores, because when you apply any product in that area, that is going to make it more pronounced and visible, and I don't think that is the kind of makeup you're going for. But if that's your preference, do you, baby girl. After applying my blush, I always go back in with powder brush to blend off the harsh lines, because the secret to having a flawless makeup, apart from knowing the right placement and having the right base makeup or knowing the right placement, the other secret is blending your makeup properly, not having harsh lines, to achieve a flawless, a natural base makeup or a flawless makeup blend. And when blending your makeup, make sure to take your time. Don't be in a hurry while blending this. Always blend it in a patting or in a tapping motion, and doing that precisely, you would see a significant difference when doing that. So I'm going to show you how my face is currently looking like, or how we're currently looking like, because we've done the work and we are satisfied with that. And if you're satisfied with that, then you can move on to the next process. And the next placement is highlighter. And if you're an highlighter lover, then this is the right placement, or this is the perfect time to go in with your highlighter. Depending on preference, you can use a compact highlighter or a loose highlighter, or what highlighter product you like using or you want to use. And I'm using a loose highlighter, and I'm placing the highlighter slightly above where we placed our blush. I'm just swirling that on my face, or placing that in a circular motion, and also placing that in the bridge of my nose and my cupid bow, just to highlight some certain features of my face. Always tap off the excess product when placing a powder product on your face. Yeah, so this is what makeup is currently looking like, and this is the finished look. I hope you learned one or two things in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and what other video you would like to see. Subscribe if you're not. Make sure to check out my other videos to stay connected. Bye guys.